Hey mates, welcome to today's video. My name is Darian and today I'm going to talk about my experience with the Master of Business Analytics at UBC Sauder School of Business. So a lot of people and my friends reached out to me and asked whether this program worth it or not, and they asked a lot of different questions. So I would just talk about my own experience in this video and how it happened to me and could I benefit the most from that or not, and if I go back, will I go register for this program or not? So short answer here is yes. Before starting, I'm going to talk a bit more about myself and my background. So I come from an engineering world. I started my undergrad in mechanical engineering, and after that one of my friends recommended me, if you like to go to a somehow business world and managerial world, make your degree dual major with industrial engineering. I did that. It was very good, but finally industrial engineering is still different from management. During industrial engineering, I learned a lot of statistics, mathematics, and probability that helped me a lot to foster my job as an analyst. But finally, after my engineerings, I found that I need to go more in details with business. So I applied for an MBA, I got admission, and I started that. My MBA was more focusing on marketing and strategy, or it's better to say marketing strategy. And before my MBA was about to finish, I received an offer from a German company to start my work as a kind of business intelligence analyst who was developing more insights for market development in the Middle East area. And that was very fun for me. I worked about 5 years at that role, and after that I switched to another company and I was leading the marketing analytics. And that's about me. But after that company, I decided to come to MBAN and foster my skills. So now the question is why I decided to pursue Master of Business Analytics or MBAN. And I would say that it was one day during my career journey that I was telling myself, oh man, you are doing a lot of analytics, you're still involved in business, but you still lack some analytical skills. You need to go and foster your coding skills. I don't know, to just review the mathematical parts. And I said, okay, I need to do something. I researched some courses online, but none of them attracted me. And I started to research more. I saw this MBAN program that seemed really interesting for me. I also considered other countries such as the US and also other schools such as the schools in McGill, Canada, but I finally found that due to my personal conditions, I want to relocate to British Columbia, the beautiful British Columbia. And there were two programs at UBC. One of them was Master of Business Analytics, the one that I got, and the other one was Master of Data Science. I applied for both, but my tendency was more towards the Master of Business Analytics. And fortunately, smart guys sitting at UBC, they gave me the admission for MBAN, but they rejected me for Master of Data Science. I would also talk about Master of Data Science soon at this video. Now let's talk more about this program. If we go to the UBC website, we could see a lot of information about the program, the length, which is 1 year, about the former data, what was the rate of employment, the average salary, the curriculum, and a lot of different things that you can go and search for. But long story short, this is a 1 year program that has 8 months of very, very intense course that I would say that for myself, I didn't have any kind of weekend during this program. I was doing all of the assignments. So it's an accelerated program. And after that, you will go for 4 months of internship, or if you like, you would go for doing a personal project, which is not really recommended if you wanted to foster your career journey. But if you're really interested in research, that would be a very good option. And during the The program, you would also receive a lot of different coachings and pieces of advice from the Business Career Center of the school. That's really helpful. And that's all about the program. I see a lot of people that, my alumni, and I ask them, do you miss MBAN during the first 8 months? And almost everyone says no, because it was very intense, but it's a very fun time. Yeah, I really enjoyed, and I do recommend you, if you want to go for that program, yeah, just be prepared and enjoy that. And the other question that I receive very frequently is that how the program is hard and how is it challenging. So to be honest, for me, it wasn't that much hard because I had some engineering background and I knew about statistics, probability, and even coding. It really didn't seem that much hard to me. But the challenging part was the amount of assignments and the works that I need to do. I was involved in a lot of different projects and teamworks. So this is a business school strategy that they involve their students in different teamworks, and that's very good because they provide the students for the real career in the future. So I say the program is not hard, but it's heavy. Even for the people that it was their first time learning coding and statistics, it wasn't that hard. Yes, they needed to dedicate more time, but it was not that challenging. So I would say the program is not hard, but it's very heavy. And the next question is about the internship, which is the beauty of this program. So not all of the master's programs, they offer such an internship that provide people for somehow real world career. But first thing first about internship is it is not guaranteed. It's all your responsibility to secure an internship. You need to be very active, make connections, work on your skills. Interviewing skills, your resume, cover letter. Yes, there is a department in Sutter named Business Career Center. They are very helpful. They are very professional. They will provide you a lot of different coachings, and you should be very active to benefit the most from this department. But it's all your responsibility. It's like finding your first job in Canada. And this is something that you should keep in your mind, that if you come to this Sutter and you do nothing, you will have no internship. And the other point about internship is that if you receive it earlier, it doesn't mean that you would have a better internship. Yes, you will have peace of mind earlier, but it doesn't really mean that. So I saw a lot of people, including myself, that they got their internship very, very late, but they got something very good. And about my internship, I would say I was one of the most active people in the cohort. I received a lot of coaching from BCC. I built a lot of network with different people. I asked for coffee chat on LinkedIn. Yeah, I did a lot, but I would say I struggled a bit for finding internships because I got rejected for a lot of roles. And the feedback that I was receiving was that I'm overqualified because I have years of experience and they were looking for a fresh person. It was more or less similar for other people that they had years of experience. They struggled a bit, but finally I got 3 offers. Yes, I got disappointed a lot of times, but I kept continuing. And at the end, I received 3 offers that I could decide. And I think my internship was something ideal for me. Just keep this in mind that if you come to MBAN with years of experience, it is possible that you will not receive your internship so early and you may struggle a bit, but there are always other opportunities for people with years of experience. And the other question people ask me is about networking. Yes, Sutter provides a lot of networking opportunities because they have very good connection with industry, and also you will have a lot of professional alumni that they are working in great companies and also SMEs. So it's a very good opportunity for you to expand your network. That's something that you should know about the MBAN. And the other question that people ask me is that you are talking very good about MBAN. What is the drawback or what is something that should be improved about the MBAN? So let me explain it. If you go to an interview or to an event and I say, I'm studying MBAN, and they say, what is MBAN? Isn't that weird? Yes, it is. And that's the problem with MBAN, because the name of MBAN is not as well known as it should be. If you say I'm studying MBA, everyone knows, but MBAN is not. It's not that well known, and that's because the program is pretty new, and even the dean of the school acknowledged this. They are working hardly on that to improve the MBAN, and because this is a growing trend for the analytical roles, I do believe that this problem wouldn't be available in the near future. Yeah. And the other question is what I really loved about the MBAN. I would say the community that I could build. You may say it's very true for also other programs and any kind of university. That's not true, because people in Sutter, the management team, they are very smart that they built the networking events and teamworks in a way that get people very close to each other. And it was a very good place for me to build relationships. And some of them, I'm sure that they will last forever. So I think this is the best thing about the MBAN. And the other question is that I think I already mentioned. Some people ask, I don't have some coding background or other background related to MBAN. Is it still good for me? So the answer is, if you know everything about business analytics, if you know coding, statistics, and business parts, so there is nothing in that for you to go and study MBAN. So there should be something or a logic for you that MBAN is going to help you to achieve your career goals. And this is something very important you should know. I saw some people that it was their first time learning statistics and coding. As I mentioned, they needed more time, but they did very well. So you should have a very authentic logic that MBAN is going to help you to foster some skills to achieve some career goals. That is very important to know. And the other question is about the job market. I would say, yes, 2023 was not a good year because of layoffs and the economy after COVID. I don't know what is going to happen in 2024, but I think still analytical skills are in demand, because I see even some people from MBA and other business school courses such as Master of Management, they switch to analytical roles. And yeah, I think that's something very, very important to know about the job market. And if the economy will go good in the future, I think it would be even better for analytical roles. And the other question that I received is MBA or MBAN. I studied both. Both are good. I studied both in different times and different schools, but both are good. So I say, if you are very interested in solving business problems with working with data and numbers, MBAN would be a greater option. But if you are liking to just be very business focused, for example, you want to be a product manager and don't want to work with numbers in that product management role, yeah, MBA is much better for you. It all depends on what you want. And about the Master of Data Science that I mentioned earlier, I would say Master of Data Science is somehow very close to a very software engineering role, that you do a lot of coding for data. You would be involved in machine learning, algorithms, AI. So if you want to be pure technical and go for these roles, yes, Master of Data Science is much better than MBAN for you. And the last question is about PR and immigration to Canada. Some people ask, if I can study MBAN and pay 60,000 Canadian dollar, will I be able to receive Canadian PR? I would say yes, because this program is eligible for a provincial program named BCPMP, and that would be easy for you to get a PR. And finally, at the summary, I would say MBAN was very good for me, was very precious for me. I paid a lot of money, but it was a very great investment. And I think that I could find my ideal job at the end. And it was very worthy for me, but for you, it all depends on your career goals, all what you want, your personal conditions. And this is all this video about my experience. So it may be totally different for you. Yeah, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please put on the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer. Thank you.